So you're thinking about selling your home as is, maybe in Wilsonville or somewhere nearby in the North Willamette Valley, and you're wondering, is that actually a good idea? Maybe the house needs work, or you're just done investing money, done dealing with decisions. You just want it sold and off your plate. And I get that. But before you go that route, let's slow things down for just a moment, because as is sounds pretty simple, but it can have ripple effects you might not be expecting. I'm a local real estate agent based here in Canby, and I serve sellers all over Wilsonville, Oregon City, Aurora, and the rest of the South Clackamas County and the North Willamette Valley areas. So whether you're downsizing yourself, helping a parent move out of that family home, or you're just trying to offload a property that's become a little too much, this topic comes up a lot. Here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with selling as is. But what nobody really explains is what that actually means and what it does to the kinds of buyers you attract, your timeline, and ultimately your bottom line. That's pretty important. Let's start with the definition. Selling as is means you're putting your home on the market without making any repairs. You're saying what you see is what you get. That part is really pretty straightforward, but what often gets lost is that it doesn't let you off the hook from disclosing any known issues. If the roof leaks, the furnace is out, or there's water damage in the basement, you still need to be transparent. Oregon's property disclosure laws are very clear on this. Now, in a hot seller's market like we saw in 2021 and early 22, selling as is wasn't necessarily a big deal. Buyers were waiving inspections left and right, and homes were flying off the shelves. Now, this strategy worked a lot better during the frenzied market a couple years ago, but in 2025, we're looking at a slower, more cautious market. Let's look at Wilsonville first. Right now, homes are sitting for an average of 56 days on the market. It's not necessarily panic territory, but it is a clear sign that buyers aren't jumping like they used to. They're taking their time and evaluating condition very carefully. Then there's Canby and Oregon City. Homes are averaging around 64 days on the market. That's even higher than Wilsonville. And again, that's average. Homes needing updates or that are overpriced, those are often sitting longer. And inventory, it's climbing, slowly but steadily. In many areas of the metro, we're trending toward more of a buyer's advantage. That means buyers have options, and they're less likely to overlook a home that needs work unless the price reflects it. So here's the key. If you're thinking about selling as is, your pricing has to reflect today's market. Not what your neighbor got in 2021, not what Zillow says your home is worth, what a real buyer is likely to pay today for a home in your condition, in your location. That's the first big thing to consider. If you want to sell as is, your pricing needs to align with buyer expectations, not emotional value, not what your neighbor sold for 3 years ago. Current, local, condition-based value. A well-priced home as is can still sell quickly, but price it like it's turnkey and it's gonna sit. Now let's talk about the buyer pool. When you list as is, you often eliminate a chunk of traditional buyers, especially first-time buyers or those using VA financing. And why is that? Those loan types have strict property condition standards. So if your home has peeling paint, missing handrails, or other small issues, it might not pass the lender's appraisal inspection, even if the buyer loves it. Instead, you're more likely to attract cash buyers, investors, or flippers. And here's the thing, those buyers are expecting a deal. That's their model. They're not looking to pay close to retail value. They want margin for renovation, margin for risk, and margin for profit. So while as is might be easier logistically, it often comes with a hit to your bottom line. And that said, sometimes it is the right choice. If the home has significant deferred maintenance, if the seller physically or emotionally cannot take on prep or repairs, or if time is more valuable than top dollar, that's when as is can make sense. But even then, there's strategy involved. I've helped sellers in that exact situation recently. We didn't paint the walls or refinish the floors, but we cleaned, we decluttered, we made sure the home was presented clearly and honestly, with good photography and clear expectations. And guess what? It still sold well because we matched the marketing and price to the condition, and we didn't just toss it out there hoping someone would bite. And that leads me to this. A good agent, and I'll just say it, a great agent, is going to help you walk that line, not pressure you into repairs you don't want to do, but also not leave money on the table for no good reason. Who you work with matters more now than ever before here in 2025. Your agent needs to know how to interpret real-time market data and how to present the property in a way that earns buyer trust. That's a combination of smart pricing, negotiation strategy, and solid marketing, especially online. I bring all of that to the table for my clients: data, strategy, and marketing that's dialed into how buyers actually shop for homes today. And that means professional photography, even for as-is homes, story-driven descriptions that highlight the value, and marketing that gets the right eyes on your listing. So if you're in Wilsonville or anywhere nearby, and you're thinking about selling your home as is, whether it's yours, your parents', whether it's outdated, or just a little tired, reach out. We'll talk about your options, what you really need to do and what you don't need to do, and how to move forward in a way that feels good, isn't rushed or reactive. I'm Jennifer Schurter, your local expert here in the South Clackamas County and North Willamette Valley areas, and I'd be honored to help you move forward with clarity, confidence, and a whole lot less stress. We don't need that. So if you want to connect, scan the QR code. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.